G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. We are here on Gorge to witness two of the world's best players battle it out in preparation for EGC TV's brand new tournament. Today we have a very special matchup. One of the world's best players, currently rank #1, taking on the up-and-coming superstar. Sporting in the north of the map in the color purple, playing as the Holy Roman Empire, it's Liquid DeMu. And on the south side of the map, in the color yellow, playing as the Rus, it's the Kid, aka Voldemar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is a pleasure to have your company. If you're enjoying this content over on Gorge, then please go ahead, hit that like button. It really helps out with the traction of the videos. Let's check in and see what we have got going on today. It looks like it's going to be multiple scouts coming out early here from the Kid. Excited to see what he's up to. Of course, you will have seen his recent victory over Beastie. A little bit of a meme game, but this game, I suspect everything is going to be on the line. When it comes to laddering, there's no one more serious than DeMu. Currently sitting, I'm pretty confident, at rank 1 on the ladder. That's how good this guy is. So you best be careful. Let's just put it that way. Well, I'm excited to see exactly what the Kid has got planned. Playing as the Rus, I'm expecting that we're probably going to be seeing, at the very least, a 2TC opening from him. I guess realistically, he could always look to play 1 TC, play it a little bit more aggressively. And actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, the matchup against the Holy Roman Empire, I think almost certainly you're going to see a 1 TC opening from him, just because he cannot allow DeMu to pick up relics. One of the big things I talk about whenever I'm coaching over on my Patreon, which I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to improve. Whenever you're playing against the Holy Roman Empire, whenever you're playing against Order of the Dragon, you have to play their game. You must deny the relics. And I think that's going to be one of the key factors in this game. It's going to be about how well the Kid can deny the relics. If he's able to deny 3 of those relics, he's going to be in a great spot. Deny 4 of those relics, he's going to be feeling incredible about himself. So we'll keep an eye out on that, but have a look at this. The Kid could be in trouble. He's got villagers about to run out of food. Scouts are racing back towards the base to get themselves a little bit of extra help. Unfortunately, villagers are already idle. We can see a whole bunch have just jumped in. He's tried to... How did he calculate that? Did you see that? Did you see... Oh, I know how he did it. I know how he did it. I know how he actually... Wow, this guy's good. Look at the town center's idle. The town center is idle. That's how much he's valuing this age up. That's kind of wild, man. I don't know if I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm all about that life. Skipping a villager just to get the age up in feels pretty bad, but so what I think happened... Oh, gosh, look at this, the Kid. You know, we talk up the Kid. If you guys aren't aware of the Kid, I'll fill you in about exactly where this guy comes from, the up-and-coming superstar for Age of Empires 4. But I think it's just so impressive. So what he's most likely done is he's control grouped his last sheep carcass. Like that, it's really hard to click on, but if you have a look here, there's no number above it, but when I press 1 on my keyboard, it will highlight it. And he's probably done the math. He probably knows, okay, when that sheep carcass has got 150 food on it, I can click my age up button. And so he waits for it to get to 150 food, immediately puts all the villagers in the town center, clicks the age up button. That's kind of wild that he went to that extent just to get the age up in this soon. But at what cost? The cost was losing out on what I suspect was at least 20 seconds of villager train time. And we can see right now, it probably looks like it might be a bit more than that. The Kid is down a villager. Is it a villager? It's actually, yeah, it is a villager because you've got a military unit over here, the Prelate, coming out for the Holy Roman Empire. So he's down by about a villager in 5 seconds, so about 25 seconds. That's a big problem. You want to know why? Because that villager for the rest of the game is collecting 50 resources every minute. So after 10 minutes, that's 500 resources. That's like 2 nights. After 20 minutes, 1,000 resources. That's like a mangonel and a half. That's a lot of difference that might not seem like much initially, but really starts to add up. Archanchapel comes in for DeMu on the backside. It's looking pretty good. I'm loving this little spot he's got underneath the town center together with that woodline, and he gets so much of the woodline. And of course, the gold to round it out. A beautifully positioned Archanchapel. Don't think you can ask for much more. And it's going to be a second TC coming through for DeMu. Now, the Kid will spot this out. We can see the scout is nearby, and this is going to buy him some time. Now, what I'd love to see from the Kid here is a little bit more aggression in that feudal age. I don't think he needs to match the second TC, because when it comes to playing against the Holy Roman Empire, you can definitely exploit them. If they do go for that second TC, I think the main thing here is going to be to watch out for aggression. Now, When it comes to aggression, DeMu, obviously a very competent player at dealing with aggression. He is, I would say, a more macro-oriented player, and naturally, as a macro-oriented player, you're going to be a bit more defensive, but he's very, very good on the defensive. So we'll be looking out to see exactly how he's going to deal with the imminent threat that is coming through. Opened with the 2 scouts, by the way, so he's got some pretty decent coverage on those sheep, but the knights will be coming through shortly. Second town center gets blocked. This is not good. This is not good. The kid now looking to come in towards this town center. The knight is on the way, and DeMu realizes there's a lot of villagers here. You can see he got up and got down from that town center immediately. That's why he was looking for that quick age up. It all starts to make sense now. He knows he needs a knight in the base as quickly as he can, and now looking to even up that villager difference. If he gets 1 villager, that's even. If he gets 2 villagers, he's having a good time. If he gets 3, he's having a great time. Manages to get the first one. Second one, let's see how he goes. Town center about to come up. Should be able to find the second villager. Will be able to find it. So he manages to not only even up, but he actually gets his investment back. It paid off. He cut a villager to get the fast age up so that he could get the quick stable, which meant he could get the very fast early night. And if he got that night later, any later at all, there is no way he gets those villagers. Even just 10 seconds of difference, and you have got a completely different scenario. And it all goes down to things like the planning. The fact that the town center was going to come down this side. The kid blocks it. Then he has to throw it down on the other side. It's these small little details that all start to add up. And now you can start to see why the kid is starting, in my minds, to become a real contender for the next S-tier tournament for Age of Empires 4. Now, I've talked a lot about the kid, but let me just explain quickly where he comes from. Think of this guy, he's from the hood, okay? Hanging out with his friends all day, not really doing much, and then he decides one day, I'm gonna make it big. And he makes it big. I don't know about that. I tell you what, I like walls, I just don't like them connected to berry bushes. And anyway, so he decides he's gonna grind, and he grinds hard, and eventually he gets Conqueror. And then one day, he takes on Beastie, the final boss, and he manages to take him out. But speaking of takeouts, have a look at this. It looks like the kid right now is serving up, oh my lord, he's serving up a whole lot of pain. Oh, what is going on right there? You've got a couple of early knights just chilling out. Wall does not come up, so unsuccessful wall. I feel like this wall probably could have come in a little bit closer, but obviously that's me with 2020 hindsight vision. Yeah, unfortunate for him, losing those villagers. We start to see double upgrades coming through as well for DeMu, neglecting to go for a barracks early when he could definitely afford to do it, throwing a lot of resources towards these upgrades and the economy. Not only, and you've got to consider this, okay? When it comes to investing into your economy, there's a number of different ways you can go about it. I can add lots of villagers from one TC. I can go into a second TC, which is wonderful. I can go into my eco upgrades. If I'm playing Chinese, I can go for the Song Dynasty. If I'm playing for the Holy Roman Empire, I can get some more prelates out. There's lots of different ways I can expand my economy. And arguably, you could say at this point that DeMu has done the most greedy thing, and that is he's gone for a second TC. But to top that greed off, he's now gone and also gotten the wheelbarrow upgrade and also gotten the double broadaxe upgrade, and he's done all of this before a single unit is on the field. And it might not look bad right now, but it's gonna get worse because the kid has got archers on the way, and it means that any kind of spearman presence that you want to put out here, it's immediately going to get taken out by those archers because you haven't had this time to build up. You haven't had this time to sit back and relax. And look at this, we're 8 minutes through and he's already got farms coming down. Starting to feel really bad here. We're right on board with the kid as he looks to continue putting on pressure. The one base Rus feudal opening is so far so good. He's taken out 4 workers. He's got still a villager disadvantage at this stage, but remember, his opponent has invested significant resources in his economy. As long as he's able to make it work, you'll be okay. But those numbers are going to continue to build, and have a look at this. First of the battering rams is down. DeMu spots it. We saw his scout just on the edge of the line of sight right there. So he does get confirmation that this is about to get serious. With this, DeMu should almost certainly look to be throwing down some sort of production. Now, he does have another option. That's to go for Castle Age and go for a Burgrave. If he gets to Burgrave, what he can look to do is get men-at-arms together, combo them with spears, and then that way he can look to repel this attack. However, that relies on a couple of things. That relies on him having a lot of sheep under the town center, and realistically, there's not much. It relies on him having good gold control, and to be fair, with the position from the kid coming in at this angle, I don't know if that's going to really be happening. If the gold was up on the top side here, maybe it's a different story, but this here, I mean, it's a decent spawn for the gold. It's not right at the front, but it is towards the side, which makes it relatively accessible here second ram. Now going to be coming down here for the kid. Ideally, he should be looking for a third ram before attacking. Remember, he's up against emergency repairs here, and this is quite tense as this build-up is happening because it's only a matter of time until DeMu is about to click up. He's got enough resources in the bank. Expect the Burgrave. It's a Burgrave on the front side, and that's exactly where we get. I thought he might have gone for it right here, but this is just as perfect. In fact, probably a little bit better because it's slightly further away from that threat of the battering rams. They'd be able to come in on this bottom side, but now they've got to extend all the way up right next to the town center. So much better position. But Knights now starting to come through. A couple of scouts on the back as well. Villager's going to go down. He's not paying attention. Double Knights on the top side as well. There's attacks from every single angle. Keep in mind at the moment he's got a villager lead of 10, but that's going to start to dwindle. He's taken out 4 workers so far this game, but he doesn't have space to keep all of them safe. And now, underneath the town center, DeMu looks to really test the limits of this civilization. Battering rams continue to come through from the kid. He's looking to really... Oh my lord, look at the damage that's getting done. Double digits already on those worker kills. He's taken out 12, looking to rush the age up. How many villagers has he got there? But I don't know how many it is, but it definitely doesn't feel like enough. No workers here. He looked to rely on that Burgrave. Town center is going to start to go down. Archers underneath the TC, taking out the villagers as well. He's lost 20 workers this game, and all of a sudden, things not looking good for DeMu. He's going to need to keep his head above water. The Burgrave should be able to help him do that. +1 ranged attack coming through for the kid will help him out against those men-at-arms, but remember, once he is castle age, now the printer can begin. The men-at-arms are here, but remember, the counter is already on the field. It is those early knights. While they might not be as strong as their castle age compatriots, I don't know if compatriots the right term, they're still pretty damn decent. So watch out for them, but the men-at-arms number is now going to build. Town center number 2 has been taken out. 10 villager lead now going over to the kid. Still on that one town center back home. The consequence of not going into military and playing a very greedy style is that the kid knows when to push the limit, and he managed to do so absolutely perfectly this game. A wonderful timing right there from the kid. Now the question is going to be, can DeMu get back into this game? He's age 3. He's got access to relics. He knows that if he makes it to Imperial Age, it's going to be it's going to be a Swabia, and the game will be over. But that's if he can make it to Imperial Age. From here, battering rams continuing to work down the expensive 75 wood farms. Plenty of archers in here looking to dish out some damage. He picks up the low health villagers. He's lost 33 workers, and DeMu now onto 18 workers. Less than half of what the kid has got. This is tough for DeMu. A really difficult position to hold. But if there is a saving grace, it's that he's castle age. It's that he's got access to the prelate. And he can look to turn the tide. I tell you what, a comeback from this position would be one for the record books. Let's see how DeMu goes about it. Villagers now beginning to move out towards the hunt. He knows he's got map control, and this is exactly what he needs to do. Start putting the pressure onto the kid's side of the map. The kid, meanwhile, no age up in queue, no second town center in queue. Instead, just going to be going for a whole bit more production. Absolutely fine by me as double stable gets thrown down in the backside. He's got a couple of archers on hand, ready to roll. Hopefully we start to see some upgrades coming through for these units. Obviously, he's picked up +1. Or rather, he's picked up the veterancy upgrade or the castle age upgrade. I'd love to see something like the movement speed would really help him out. Maybe even the melee armor might help him out a little bit as well up against those knights. But he's going to be able to hit that gold. Really smart move to hit the gold. You stop the gold, now you stop the knights. You stop the knights, then all of a sudden your men-at-arms are going to be really strong. But he's only got 4 men-at-arms. Kremlin Gremlins also going to get called out just to help block a little bit of that incoming damage that will inevitably happen when those men-at-arms do decide to turn around. He knows there's gold down to the south. He might be going for a little bit of a look-see. Could just be trying to escape to the country as well. Prelate's going to start to pick up relics. Keep in mind, he's going to have to throw down an outpost, maybe a monastery. But it looks like these men-at-arms are just going to get chased to their death. He realizes the militia have got a timer on them. But remember, on the defensive, that timer lasts for a very long while. So you can fight against these militia, but at the end of the day, you're just fighting for free. So he does the right thing and just continuing to run away. But those numbers continue to dwindle. The kid, he's starting to look good. Ecotech's now starting to come through. Wheelbarrow going to be on the cards for him. 14 minutes into the game, he's got a 23 villager lead. DeMu training villagers from the town center. The question is, where does he go from here? He's got a number of options. I think the biggest one for him is look to pick up relics and try and kill enemy villagers. So moving into knights would be a really smart move for DeMu here. Let's see if he's got a stable that's coming down. Doesn't look like it. Just going to stick with the Burgrave for now. The problem with men-at-arms is that they are countered by your opponent's knights. So you need to be really careful about how many you send in, because if you don't send enough in, they will die. Exactly like we saw down here on the south side to the Kremlin Gremlins. But now more men-at-arms in the center of the map. Remember that the knights get to pick and choose when they want to fight. If they don't want to fight, they don't have to fight because they're faster. And that's the advantage of having cavalry over your infantry. And the consequence of going into that Burgrave is it somewhat pigeonholes you into going into that specific unit type. Now the numbers continue to build here for DeMu on the defensive. Still outnumbered, but remember, he's got those men-at-arms. Significantly stronger than the horsemen. Significantly stronger than the archers, but we'll have a problem dealing with those lancers. Continuing to move towards this position over on the east side. The spring-on emplacements now come through on the outpost. He's got plenty of range. Look at it fire down the hill. He's baiting him over towards it. Says, come on, fight me underneath my spring-on emplacement. He'll happily take that fight. Springald now firing off towards all the cavalry. Plenty of villagers here. He could be in trouble once again. He's already lost 35 this game. Make that 36 stronger. We're counting right now. And things are not looking good for him as he continues to lose more and more villagers. And look at the kid just focusing on the villagers. Gets in, gets out. You love to see it. Well, you hate to see it if you're a DeMu fan, that is for sure. The villager kills just keep getting racked up here. Now, 39 workers taken out. It's starting to feel tough. Still got his head above water, but again, look at this. He's just into the base. And I think this is just one of those cases where he had to go Burgrave to defend himself, but now he's forced to stick with the Burgrave. And I think this is one of those issues that you've got when it comes to the what's it called? The vested something oh my god. Sunk cost. The sunk cost fallacy. It's like, I've invested in this age up. I need to make these units because that's the age up that I've gone for. But the answer is no, you don't. You really don't. You can throw down a stable, get yourself some knights out, and of course you're going to be outnumbered. The kid's got a pretty decent... Oh god, look at that economy. He's got that economy. He's got that economy, but the difference is you're not going to be going for the fights. You're going to be going for the villagers. That's the key. That's the difference here. But look, at the end of the day, there's a reason why I'm not rank 1 on the ladder. There's a reason why DeMu is. So we'll wait and see exactly what he's got in store for us, because undoubtedly it will be an expert approach. Moving out towards the relic. He sees the walls on it, and undoubtedly at this point, his head is in his hands. The one way to get back into this game has been completely boxed out. Making his way towards the western corner, hoping that the relic that awaits him still stands there, unconfined by the walls that surround the previous victim. Men-at-arms coming through. Yet to pick up any upgrades other than that heavy upgrade. A key upgrade going to help him out a huge amount against these early knights. Still, you'd love to see spears, but he can't really run spears because of the archers on the field. They'll just get picked off. Even just a couple of them, though, would help, especially when you consider that at this stage, the kid isn't really looking to do much. But look at the micro coming out from the kid. Just pulling back all the low-health knights. Unfortunately, loses one. But definitely some strong micro coming out from him already. Interesting to note, no blacksmith upgrades just yet. Monastery, still pumping. He's got that third relic now in his hands. To be honest, he could look for a Wallalol to get things back into it. He's pretty close to a whole bunch of villagers. I don't know if he'd make it in time. But now, on that east side of the map, the archers move up to hand-in-hand combat with the men-at-arms. The timing on this kid has been absolutely impeccable. Still looking to play it out in the feudal age. Still on one town center. Still committing to the skit. Committing to the... I don't even know, man. At this point, it's just absolutely wild that he's staying this long in the feudal age, but somehow it's working. I feel like the only reason it's working is because he's killed 47 workers. How can you even kill that many workers? How is DeMu still in this game? The fact that he's holding on is impressive. But I think the reality is, once you realize how behind your economy is from where it could have been, and just remember, he lost that second TC. Bit of a wallalol in the middle, not gonna happen. Gets picked off by the two knights. Fortunately, finding it on the way back. Now, keep in mind, he could look to put pressure on this northern relic, but the reality is, it's not going to happen. There's too many units that have come out for the kid, and now, comfortably, the high trade house goes down. 7 villagers. Going to look to throw this one down. I'm going to put a number out there. Let me know if I'm high. Let me know if I'm low. I'll try and be high trade house. 46. There you go. I eyeballed it. What do you reckon? What's your number? Come on. We need to find out now. We need to know. what the number would be. 46. That's where I'm going. I think I've got it. I think I've nailed it. I think I've counted perfectly. 46. If it's 46, refer to me as Drongodamus, okay? Or Nostradrongo, or no, either of those will do. I'll happily take either of those. Nice little spring-on placement. Loving this relic placement outside the base. Always really nice having these little satellite bases, especially with the relics and the outpost. It seems to synergize so perfectly well, because the prelates come out, they pick up the relic in the middle of the map, and oh, there's my outpost right next to it. So it works well. But here we go. Let's check in. Come on. This is the important part. This is the most important part of the game. Oh, that's important. Oh, that's important. Oh, he's trying to break through. Not going to happen. Men-at-Arms managed to find the wall, take out that villager, will make their way over to the high trade house. But once again, look who it is. It's the knight, and 57. Damn, dude, I wasn't even close. I thought I was going to be high trade house, but it turns out I was low. Dronglo. Is that it? No, it was Rongo. I don't know. There's a lot of different names. Drongodamus ain't one of them, that's for sure. Now, once again, the knight's coming through. Look at this. You can't stop him. At this point, you just cannot stop him. The worst part is, when you think about, okay, how do I counter these knights? There's two big things that come into my head. Number one, walls. Except we went for a wall. You remember what happened? Yeah, things didn't go too well. And number two, making our own knights. Well, we went for the Burgrave, so that's not really going to happen either. DeMu's now picked up 3 relics. And I like the positioning on this outpost. In the back of the base. I think if he could make it to Imperial, he's got a chance. The only way he can win this game, and it's still on the cards, he needs to go Imperial Age. Hope that the kid does not push. And then get the cannon emplacement on the outpost. Now, he can't get it on this outpost. It's already got the springwood emplacement. You would have to throw... I'm assuming you go like Swabia here. Outpost here. Fortify the outpost. Throw the relic inside. As soon as you age up cannon emplacement. And hold on for dear life. That's it. That's the only way I think he can win this. And once you've got that Swabia out, it's okay. You can breathe. Well, you don't really breathe. You kind of... Instead of breathing, you breed. Because you're making lots of villages. You get it? Anyway. I think, that's his one out. And he's going for it. He's going for it. This could be it right now. And look at this. Walls coming up in the middle. The kid could be making a huge mistake right now. Obviously, we've got Omnivision. We can see everything. We know everything. We know DeMu is saving his resources. Oh, but he's spending it. He's spending it right now. Don't spend it. Don't spend it, DeMu. See, he's doing the right thing where he's trying to distract the opponent. The problem is the kid has got knights, so you can't really do anything like this because you're just going to get cleaned up. It's not one of those games where you're going to be capable of doing it. 4th relic coming back in as well. Okay, I'm seeing the vision. Where is all the food, though? Where's all the... No, don't pump men-at-arms. No, you don't have the economy to pump men-at-arms. There was one out right now. No, don't tell me it's going to go this way. I could see the vision. I could visualize the sea. the thought. Oh, gosh. There was water. Anyway, the kid now. Have a look at that military difference. 39 versus 14. Have a look at the villager count. Keep in mind, the kid is still on 1 TC. That's how far ahead he is. It all goes back to that one single villager that he skipped. He said, I'm going to get this Kremlin down slightly faster than what I should legally be allowed to. That was impressive. That was impressive. Knights moving topside. Blias Fortitude yet to come in. We can see 230 health on these knights, but Veterancy is going to be coming through for the archers behind them. I think DeMu could have aged up by now. I genuinely think DeMu could have aged up by now. He's got the resources in the bank to do a little bit of a trade as well. You just buy some stone. And keep in mind, it's pretty cheap to get that fortification through. You're talking about, what, 75 stone? And then, what, 262 to get the emplacements? It's quite affordable to get those emplacements. 4 relics in the bag for DeMu. That's one thing going for him. No sacred sites at the moment, but towards the front, the men-at-arms going to be dealing with a couple of problems. Look at this. Knights coming in from the east side. Knights coming in from the north side. And at the same time, towards the front, we've got archers beginning to make their way towards that northern position. And once again, DeMu now going to be facing the wrath of the knights as they look to clean up. He's not even attacking with half of them. They're sieging down the farms. Going to look to rearrange. And they're still sieging down farms. Somebody tell these knights it is not time to eat. It is time to party. And we ain't partying on the dance floor tonight. We have got ourselves a Holy Roman Empire base. But look at this. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. The men-at-arms numbers are building. The springwood emplacement, it is wielding its power. Behind this, though, DeMu, he's lost 58 workers. He's barely cracking 25 at the moment. He's trying to keep his head above water. He's got a pretty decent farming economy. Does he still have sheep under this town center? Don't tell me these are still sheep. We're at 24 minutes through and he's still got sheep. Oh, Lord. Things have not gone well. Not today. This right here is the hero outpost. This is the outpost that he's going to put the cannon emplacement on. This is the... spring on emplacement. I was about to say, this is the outpost that puts him to Imperial Age. But it wasn't meant to be. Even at this stage, I feel like you still just delete... do you even delete that and throw the Swabia in? You can't lose the Swabia. That's the big thing, right? And if you put the Swabia on the top side and he knows it and you're not defending it actively, you will lose it. The kid is an incredibly good player. He would just realize, okay, I'm just going to kill the Swabia and then you can't do anything. Emergency repairs? What do I care about emergency repairs? Just kill it. And that's all he does. And if the cannon emplacement's not protecting it, look at this. Look at this. He's looking to try and get back into it with turtle style. Do you guys know what turtling is? Let me explain it to you. Hi. I'm Aussie Drongo. I've been a gamer since I was 2 years old, and I'm currently 86. That means I've been a gamer for most of my life. Turtling, as I'm a bit of a turtle, is when you build defensive structures to protect your base. And typically these defensive structures are more powerful than the offensive units that will inevitably look to attack them. However, not rams. And there are 4 rams that are coming out now for Voldemar. He's looking to pick up all upgrades, just playing it really safe. And I just want to say, this is incredibly safe from Voldemar. Almost a little bit too safe. I feel like this could have gone really wrong if his opponent... Okay, if DeMu had done, like, let's say a little wall here. Okay, finish this wall on this side. And then it's hard, because you can't really wall the front off. There's no easy wall at the front. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Hold on. We'll get back to the action a little bit later as we've got more pressing issues to deal with. Unfortunately, the fortified palisade gate not going to be going down today. Now, what's DeMu trying to do here? You might be wondering. DeMu's trying to distract Voldemar. He's trying to say, hey, Voldemar, don't attack me. I know you want to attack me. Don't do it. But unfortunately, because DeMu was saving for Imperial Age, DeMu's realized, okay, not going to be able to go Imperial Age. There's a lot of units in my base. I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to worry right now. Men-at-Arms are behind. We're going to have more walls that are coming up. There's no way he's going to be getting through that. Those villagers build way too fast. Men-at-Arms getting eaten alive. Have a look at this. The spring emplacement. He's got... Have a look at this. We've got ourselves a little bit of a turtle on our hands. DeMu, the turtle god, looks to strike fear into his opponent. 4 outposts. I'm not the best at counting. 4 outpost emergency repairs is in play. All with relics, all with sprinkled emplacements. He's looking to... There's the emergency repairs now coming through. Keep in mind, he's got villagers in the town center. Could look to pull them out, throw them into this emplacement. He's looking to focus down by the looks of it. The cavalry, have a look at this. All the cavalry being focused down. Needs to hit this outpost with some villagers. Man-at-Arms nowhere to be seen. Look at this. He's absolutely holding on to this game with just outposts. Who thought it was possible? The man is literally making outposts, and that is it. Sprinkled emplacement outposts. The Rams are doing an incredible job. Can we just compliment the Rams? If those men-at-arms were back here, they would be cleaning up right now. Where are those men-at-arms? Can we just quickly check? Where are the men-at-arms? You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Please tell me he's got the infantry speed. I'm confident he's got the infantry speed. Where is that infantry speed? Okay, he's got the infantry speed. That's a relief. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. DeMu taps out. He just knew. He knew I couldn't do it. And have a look at this. We had Vils coming in at the end of the game looking for a keep. Ladies and gentlemen, the kid doing it again. Look at this guy. I tell you what, keep your eye out on him. He's going to be winning EGC TV's next tournament. You've heard it here first. Go check him out. I'll leave links in the description, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.